Welcome back to Life Tomorrow. I'm Hunter Mulford, and we're reporting live on the Bowery for the Karma Network. And I'm joined with Kristin Shevis, who is the Chief Customer Officer at Clarifai. So thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me, Hunter.
And we're also personally, I'm very excited because she is a Villanova alum. So super excited to have you here. Can you begin by just telling me a little bit about yourself and how you got involved with Clarifai?
Sure. So obviously you know where I was educated. When I graduated from Villanova, I started my career in technology, and pretty much I've been very fortunate to be part of some of the major paradigm shifts that have happened over the years that have really changed the way that companies do business. So starting in the mid-90s with the internet, I worked at Sun Microsystems and really helped a lot of businesses bring their business online. And then I spent a number of years at Google, where search changed the way we do everything and the speed at which we do it, because the access to information was suddenly just available for everyone. And then I spent probably the last 6 years in the social enterprise space, really helping big companies understand how they could use these new social channels to market, sell, and provide customer service. And I thought, the next big paradigm was artificial intelligence, and I think it's the most exciting out of all of them, and I joined Clarifai for that reason.
Awesome. And what is Clarifai?
So Clarifai is an artificial intelligence company that specializes in visual recognition. And so our platform is made for both developers and businesses, and we help solve business problems. And the technology is based on some of the most advanced machine learning, and it's accessible via an API. And if you'd like, I could give you a little...
Definitely. How does the data recognition work? Would you mind showing me a little something?
Sure. So the first thing that happens is we need an input, which is either an image or a video, and that input is sent to our API. And once we receive the input, we analyze it, and then we come back with a set of predictions. And so what I have here is a picture of what looks to be a very delicious breakfast. And you can see on the side, this is our general model, which we've won an award, a very prestigious award in 2013 called the ImageNet Award. And it's really known within the industry as being the best at what it does. And so it has over 11,000 different concepts that it can understand. But essentially, we've taken this picture of a waffle and berries, and you can see that it is predicted and the percentage of the accuracy of what is in the picture. So you've got milk and you've got berries and fruit, but it's not only just identifying the actual objects, it's identifying some abstract concepts like meal and sweet. Nutrition, exactly. But I think what's even more exciting, and Hunter, I think you will appreciate this, if we think about the business needs or the unique needs of different organizations, we can train the model to recognize specific concepts. And so knowing that I was coming to meet Hunter today, and we're both huge Villanova fans, we actually went ahead and trained a model on the Villanova Wildcat. And so here is the image that I'm going to use to show you what will come back in the prediction results. And so this is just going to call out to our general model first. And so if I go and request the tags back, there's the image, and you can see the results that come back. It understands that there's competition, a game, basketball, of course.
Right.
But if Jay Wright wanted to do more than just understand, those concepts that were in the image, and he wanted to train a model on all the mascots that are part of the NCAA, he could do that. And so we went ahead and trained it on the Villanova Wildcat. And if I go and run it against that model, you can see that it predicts with almost 100% accuracy that this is a Wildcat and not our rival at UNC, who we beat in 2016. So
national champs.
Yes, just something a little fun to kind of demonstrate what is possible with the technology.
Absolutely. And this is incredible. And what do you think the gap was in the tech space that Clarifai was able to fill, and why do you think it was so long in coming?
So one huge gap is that content is growing exponentially. And that trend is not going to reverse itself. And so what's happened in the business world today is that companies have more content than ever, whether it's visual images or video content, and we as consumers and people are creating that content as well. So you've got all the content that's happening on social media that companies want to understand and that their customers are creating, as well as just everything is becoming digitized. And so there is an enormous manual effort to try and understand and keep track of all that content. And so artificial intelligence is one way, and the technology that we specialize in, specifically visual recognition, we're solving that problem of having this tremendous task ahead of manually understanding it.
Absolutely. So it's really helping businesses in their organization skills, right? Like how else does it help businesses with organization?
Yeah, so definitely organizing the content is one huge benefit, and some of the operational efficiencies that come with, we have some customers that are seeing 10 times, they can, handle 10 times more volume by leveraging the technology of a machine.
Right.
But, specific use cases, one that we often help organizations with are when we work with online marketplaces. There are buyers and sellers, and so moderation is a really important thing for them, because legally they cannot sell certain types of products like guns and drugs and animals and people. And so they can use our technology to understand and analyze all the different items that might be getting uploaded to be sold on their marketplaces and prevent them from being displayed as a good to be sold, which prevents them from legal implications, and it also helps the customer experience, because if I'm shopping for something, perhaps a child's gift, I certainly don't want to see a piece of explicit content come back in the search results.
Absolutely. And of course, we're dealing with artificial intelligence. What do you think are some of the risks or dangers of working with this technology?
Well, it's a great question, and one that's been in the news quite a lot lately with, is artificial intelligence going to replace jobs, and some of the ethical questions around how accurate or biased are the models. And so what I would say is the technology is not biased. The people and the data that train the technology are what causes those situations to happen.
Right, and how do you prevent these accidental issues from occurring?
Well, we have we actually have a blog post on our website if you want to read it, but we have actually take very seriously that topic. And so our team does help companies train models, but we have some very specific processes that we follow to make sure that we check the data and that we're not introducing any bias into the models that we build.
How else do you think AI is impacting businesses today?
Well, certainly helping them with operational efficiencies is one way, but I think the really more exciting opportunity is around the impact it can have on the customer experience. And so, one example, a customer that I'm sure everyone's familiar with is West Elm, and they built a Pinterest style finder that is available on their website, which basically allows users to create a vision on Pinterest and shop based on that vision. And
wow.
I can show it to you if you
Oh,
want.
definitely. Let's do it.
Sure. So let's go to the first I'll start. Here's a Pinterest board that was created. It's called Home Sweet Home. But imagine if you're thinking about redecorating a room in your huge New York City apartment, you might go to Pinterest and collect a bunch of different ideas of things that might be part of that room, whether it's a lamp or a chair or a table. And so basically what West Elm has done has integrated our technology into their store and introduced this concept of a style finder. And so as a customer, I can go onto their website and put in my Pinterest board, select the room I'm interested in, and you can see just by putting the Pinterest URL in, it's ingested all the images that were part of the Pinterest board. And so once something has been indexed in our platform, you can also use images to search for like images with it. And so that's essentially what's powering the application here. So I'm going to select living room. I've got my Pinterest board, and I'm going to submit the results. And what's really interesting for West Elm is that normally when people shop, they're very item specific. They know they're looking for a lamp or a chair or a table, and they're very focused on just getting, finding that one item. And so this is a way where it's almost like having a virtual decorator help, but based on their...
Like a personal assistant.
Right, but based on the things that they want because they've created on the Pinterest board. And so you can see there's a number of different types of items that are going to come back. Sofas, curtains,
amazing,
rugs, chairs, coffee tables. So the customer is getting a much better experience because they're able to envision what the whole room could potentially look like versus just, finding a lamp for this table.
Right. So it really creates so many opportunities for the customer. And yeah, no, absolutely. And 2017, people are saying, is really the year of AI. What else do you see as real applicable AI for the rest of 2017?
Well, there are two kind of major trends that we see moving forward with AI. One is what I'll call convergence, which is the idea of being able to analyze not just images or videos, but bringing other types of data into whether it's audio or text recognition. So being able to have a richer set of information that becomes part of the decision making and the content. The second is personalization. And so we're already seeing a lot of that today. We've got customers like Trivago in Germany, which is a big travel website, and essentially and they index all the images of hotels on their website with our technology, but it will know if I've searched on the site before and looked at a particular image to bring back a result of something similar to, like maybe I like bars in the pool when I go on vacation. That would be shocking, but that is one example. And so when I'm looking for hotels, they might bring back in my search results specifically hotels that they know have pool bars.
They target that.
So it becomes very personalized, and I think we'll continue to see more and more of that moving forward.
Awesome. So how do you see that even progressing even further when it comes to Clarifai and artificial intelligence? What do you think the future holds?
Yeah, so that's a great question, and I think further we just, we're moving into powering mobile devices with the technology, and there are some really exciting opportunities that exist there. An example with a company in France called Inside, they specialize on ear disease detection, and they've basically taken our technology on an iPhone and been able to go into the field, trained it to take pictures of ears and diagnose ear disease, and it has a 99% accuracy, and so not only are they able to help with the accuracy piece of it, but because they're going into markets like Africa and South America, they don't have internet connection, and so they're able to serve many, many more patients in a more accurate way in markets that it would never have been possible before.
Oh my gosh, that's remarkable. So how do people find out more about you and Clarifai?
Yeah, so you can certainly contact us on our website, or you can send me an email, Kristin at Clarifai, or you can find me on Twitter, ChevyNY. So all of those are great ways to get in touch with us.
Well, thank you so much for being here. So like she said, check them out at Clarifai's website. And also be sure to follow me at Hunter Mulford at the Karma Network, and tune in on Friday at 12 p.m. As Lucy Norris goes live from the New York Borgata. And she will be there all day. She'll be talking to the founder. She'll be actually there for the race, and then she'll head to Governor's Island for the end of the day bash. So stay tuned for that, and we will see you next time on Life Tomorrow.